Hi guys, Jason from JVA Carpy Adventures, and this week I'm joined by Matt, who's my best mate, who's driven down from Lincoln to meet me up at Stanwick Lakes in Northamptonshire, guys. So we are going to be on Elsons Lake for 48 hours. Matt's been off this week, I've taken the Friday off, so it's actually midday Friday. We got to about 11, half 11 Sunday to try and get something on the bank. But for now, let's just roll that intro. Alright guys, so like I said, we're actually at Stanwick Lakes and we're on Elsons Lake. Now this is a 6.5 acre lake with fish up to 40 pound, I believe. Now it is one of their harder lakes. In fact, it is their hardest lake. There's a fair amount of weed in there. We've both spoken to the bailiffs and given a little bit of advice and all the rest, so we're going to take that advice, or I certainly am. And I think Matt's also bought some pellets, didn't you, Matt?
I bought a few.
He's bought a few pellets as well. Now, the thing I've got to ask, because we'll get it on camera, do you know what I mean? Matt, are we doing a little competition this time or not, you know?
I think we might have to, Joe.
Are we?
I think we might have to.
Is it like the biggest fish and the most fish?
I think so.
Although, I've got to be honest, guys, it's a hard place to try and get a fish. I've spoken to a number of people walking around today, and I've only spoke to two people that have actually caught. Anyone else I spoke to has blanked. So it's going to be hard going. It's our first time here. Now, we have got the aid of bait boat with a sonar, and I am going to be using the Fusion winch cam as well, guys, for both of us to find spots. So stick with us this weekend. Fingers crossed we can bring you a fish or two. Thanks for watching, guys. Evening all. Well, it's Friday evening, about 6 o'clock. Matt's just shot off to get us some Chinese for the evening, which is good. So I thought I'd give you a bit of an update, guys, on what's been happening all day long. So firstly, I must have done about 5 trips back and forth to the van. I just kept forgetting things. It's because me and Matt were sharing the barra, and you just get out of your routine really. And then there's little things that are taken out to do other things, and literally I was going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So then it was raining, and basically this is a really weedy lake, guys. So I wanted to use the Fusion to try and find some clear spots in conjunction with the deeper. So I'll tell you how I normally do it, guys. I normally go off what the deeper shows me first with regards to depth and the amount of low-lying weed or weed, and then drop the camera down to investigate. It's allowed me to find 3 spots for me, and then I had to find 3 spots for Matt. So that's all done, they're all programmed in, and happy days. So it's been really eventful, guys. So I will pull up on the map, but when I looked at the map, I saw that spot B wasn't on there for some reason. So I'm probably just going to tell you what's on them, guys, point it all out to you, and that'll do for Friday evening. Now, the one thing I will say, there is a lot of weed out there, a lot of weed. So obviously no back leads today. I probably will show you the rod pod because it's really well stuck in. In fact, let me show you that now. So let me put this down, guys, and if I just zoom in on that, you should be able to see the bottom of the rod pod is into the ground. And these new things that I've got here, actually I've done it on the other two and I haven't done it on these. So I actually got some rod locks, guys. Sorry, you're going to see me putting it on the last one because I've forgotten to do it. So I've actually got some rod locks where you can just go over your rod and lock it in place, and then when you get a bite you just literally pull this bit off. And because the rods are tips in the water and all the rest, I thought, and such an angle going down to the water is really low here, guys. It is beautiful gin clear water, really nice, but it's really low, so there's at least 1.5 foot drop to the water. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm just going to tell you where they are for Friday night and let you know what's on them. So I've got a Scopex squid in a solid PVA bag over towards this corner, about halfway. Then quite close. Sorry guys, I was about to tell you out there, but that's the third rod. Then quite close, about here, I found a little spot and I thought, right, I'll have a close rod, that'll do. So there's a stim liver. So stim liver, pop up, Ronnie rig, topped with a pink little sliver. And that's got some Monster Baits Beast coated in sriracha sauce. Last one is sort of, you've got this tree here, it's kind of past the tree out, probably halfway, guys. That's another stim liver pop up on a Ronnie rig, this time just with Monster Baits Beast boilies and crumb. So that's it, guys, that's your update for Friday evening. Fingers crossed me or Matt will get into something. If so, we'll pull the camera back out. Tonight we'll be having a bit of social, some food and a good old chin wag. Happy days. Morning all. Well, it's just gone 5:30 and so far me and Matt haven't had anything. I wouldn't exactly say I'm totally surprised. To be fair, we didn't get the rods in until quite late yesterday. But I'll tell you what I am surprised about. Considering obviously it's weedy here, so we haven't backleaded. Matt's had several liners. I haven't had a single liner. I did think last night, you know, they would be travelling through and, you know, I'd have a couple liners, but nothing. So I'm a little bit surprised about that, but it is what it is. Looking like it's going to be a beautiful morning today at the minute. Turn the camera around a little bit so that it's still before, you know, a little after 5:30, and it's looking quite nice. I'm going to make myself a coffee, watch the water. It's lovely flat still at the minute, which is quite nice. It does make it easier to see anything. There was one thing that did happen last night. So I was up about 2 o'clock last night. I haven't had a lot of sleep. I was up about 2 o'clock and I've got a spot. It's spot C actually, so my left hand rod. There's a tree in front of me, so it's in line with a tree past that, about halfway out. About 2 o'clock last night, absolute unit boshed out over there. I was like, oh, that's close to where I am. And it really was close. It was either on the spot or close to it. So that was looking quite good last night. Sorry, let me just turn the kettle off. I am kind of hopeful. Obviously first time here, very weedy location. The guy's advice here did say, don't, you know, you're probably not going to find any clear spots. Just look for low lying weed and give yourself a super long hook length, maybe 12 inches, and present over that. I haven't made any 12-inch hook lengths. I've gone with 7 inches, but I have been able to present over what I believe's clear areas. So, I mean, the difference with using the sonar and the Fusion winch cam is ridiculous. It allows you to pinpoint your spots, and then you see, you know, your rig drop down in between them. I don't know if I showed you yesterday or not, guys, so let me show you me dropping down the rigs yesterday, along with a tiny amount of bait. And yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to sit on my hands probably till midday here, if I'm honest. The guys did say, you know, you do want to leave your rods as long as you can, so I think I'm going to leave them till midday. I'll be honest, it's going to be a bit hard because I'm like, oh, did I put enough bait in? Did I do this? You're always questioning yourself when you're banking on the bank, aren't you? So, but yeah, I'll be honest, I'm really, really hopeful, especially because the bailiffs were like saying, or the bailiff was saying, you know, you're probably not going to find a clear spot out there. There aren't many total clear spots, and yet I have been able to find 6 for me and Matt. So, happy days. I am quite happy about that. It will do us in good stead over the weekend, so fingers crossed. Pray to those carp gods they can give us a fish here our first time here. It's a lovely lake. What can I tell you about it? That these swims, you've got a nice bit of room for your bivvy and stuff. A couple of things, it does slope down to the water level is really low. I do have a couple of these like corner bits of metal sticking out of the ground, so there's a good chance that I'm going to trip if I get a bite in the middle of the night and I forget about them. So that's a little bit of a hazard there. I haven't seen any rats or anything, guys. Mozzies were okay last night. If anything, I was a little warm last night, if I'm honest. Obviously, I've got a hoodie on, got tracksuit bottoms on. When I woke up at 2, I was struggling to get back to sleep because I was like, and I've only got my summer bag on, but put that on and I was like, oh, I'm too hot. So I ended up like sleeping on top of it, or lying on top of it, I should say. Right, I'm gonna have my coffee, guys. I'm gonna watch the water. I'll give you a bit more of an update later. Hopefully, me and Matt will have a fish this morning. That'd be good. And I'll be able to give you a decent update. Thanks for watching, guys. Alright, guys, so quick little tip for you. So, you're fishing a weedy venue like I am here, and your line is pretty much totally visible. That one's even worse. What do you do about it? If you see that one there, you barely see at all. Yeah, it did look exactly the same as my middle rod. All you do, grab your line and ping it. So get your finger, ping your line a lot, and all that will come off. So I'm going to do it to the middle one and then show you what it's like. There you go, guys. So as you can see, the middle line was very visible. Now it's not. I'll quickly just do the end one, and that's the third one done. There is weed in front of it, but that's not actually on my line now. Afternoon all, well, just gone 4 o'clock on Elsons Lake. And what have we done today? Well, we had a little break around 12:30, brought the rods in. I popped back to the van, got some cap oil just so I could put it into the bait, let it soak for a bit while I did me and Matt a nice burger for lunch. Well, I say nice burger, I thought it was going to be a nice burger, but actually it wasn't quite as nice as I thought it was going to be, but let's not talk about that. And then, because obviously I need a bit of time for my food to go down, decided to get Matt's rods out first. We found some really good spots for him, really good spots for him. One of these spots kind of got 2 rods on, and it's got to be a money spot, I've got to be honest. Better than the spots I've got in my swim, so yeah, hopefully one of them will go off tonight. Then it was about 3:30 and we knew the rain was coming in about 4, so it was a bit of a race. And unfortunately the first rod I put down was a solid PVA bag, and because I'm doing underwater footage filming, that got wrapped around the line, so I ended up bringing that in, having to redo it. So yeah, it took a bit longer than wanted, but there's been a little break in the rain at the minute, so I thought I'd just let you guys know what's on what and where. So the first one is out towards this guy here. All of them are around the halfway mark, if I'll be honest, guys. That's where we found there's a bit of a sweet spot where it does clear up a bit and you can definitely present quite easily out there. We'll obviously show you some footage of the bags dropping or rigs dropping in a clean area and the bait going down. So even though this is ridiculously weedy everywhere, we have found clear spots using Neode winch cam fusion by Stealth Cam UK and a deeper sonar. So you know, and all of them seem to be just where it drops off into a deeper area, that's where it's clear. So that's where we've gone, guys. So on 2 of the rigs, oh, camera's gonna fall. On 2 of the rigs I've got Pro Stim liver topped with a pastel pink, if you like, or washed out pink sliver on top. They're both pop-ups on Ronnie rigs. So first one is literally halfway out there, guys. Next one, same sort of midway mark there. And then the last one, I didn't make another solid PVA bag up or a fresh PVA bag. It did have the same thing with a pop-up in, but I've just put a Pro Stim Liver bottom bait in, and that's again on that same sort of midway mark, guys. If you're here, get your sonar out, get a deeper out. You'll find there's a deeper spot, and that's either very, very low lying weed or totally clear. So I'm along the middle band there. Fingers crossed, guys. Really hope we can bring you a fish before we leave tomorrow. Well, we've got to be off before 11:45, so I imagine we'll be packing down about 9:30 tomorrow, guys. It seems not much happens in the night time, so it really needs to happen tonight, and it's going to rain real heavy soon, or first thing in the morning. I will put money on it, guys. When it's absolutely chucking it down, one of these rods that we've got down here, one of them's going to go off for sure. Has to, doesn't it? So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. It's not an easy lake, we knew that, but I think we've given ourselves, using a bit of technology, but it's absolutely given us the confidence that we can leave our rods out there now and be happy they're going to be fishing. Evening all. Well, about 8 o'clock Saturday evening, and so far nothing has happened apart from it raining on and off, and I think there's probably a couple more hours of it raining on and off. So a bit of bad luck really when me and Matt want to have a social and we can't sit outside and have natter because it's raining. But oh well, that's the way it happens sometimes. Not going to be redoing the rods or anything like that, guys. Done them earlier just that it started to rain. Happy with where they are. Takes a bit of time doing it on the camera and all the rest, making sure you're happy with the spots. So for me, there's no reason to move them. Put bait in, happy days. I think either the next update will either be me with a fish or Matt with a fish during the night or in the morning. Hopefully, if it's in the morning, it'll be with a fish. So fingers crossed. I'm going to be praying to those carp gods, guys. Let's hope I can give you my first fish from Elsons Lake in Northamptonshire. Morning all. Well, 5:30 Sunday morning, and yeah, that lack of footage means I didn't have anything through the night. But I will say the bailiff, really nice guy. He come round yesterday, was chatting to us for a bit, and he did say you generally don't get night bites on Elsons. He said it's really rare. It's just one of those lakes that doesn't really do night bites, which is a bit strange. But it did mean when it started raining again last night and it started coming in at the front of the bivvy, I thought, oh, you know what, let's put the door down. I normally don't put the door down, but I put the door down last night. Got up about 3 o'clock, didn't hear anything happening, and yeah, so it's been a quiet night. But it seems now is really the bite time. So between now, first light, and midday basically. Now we have to be off at 11:45, so we've got plenty of hours. All of our rods are in fantastic places. If I've got to put money on anyone's rod to go in, either Matt's middle or left rod will go. There's a really lovely hard spot over there. He's got 2 on there. Like I said, we did use the Fusion winch cam, and it just gives you the confidence that you're placing your rigs down on a fantastic spot, which is what we've done on both of them. You see your rig go down, you see your bait go down, you go, oh, that's lovely. So if anything, I would really say one of Matt's rods is more likely to go to one of mine, but they're all in good places, to be fair. And yesterday when I had the drone up, I did see there's a massive area like all clouded up in front of Matt's swim, and then they did move off and go past my swim and into the next guy's swim, and that's where I had some really lovely footage on the drone. It's literally last chance saloon this morning, guys. That's what it boils down to. But it's been nice. Obviously got to catch up with my mate Matt, and we're on a nice lake. It is a nice lake. Swims here are a good size. On this side, I'll be honest, some of the swims on the other side we wouldn't fit ourselves in, but this side's fine. I've got my fingers crossed. I've prayed already to those carp gods. Let's hope I can get one out before the session is over. I'm gonna have a coffee, watch the water. We haven't seen loads of fish showed, to be fair, but we have seen a few, but you haven't seen loads. I'm gonna spin the camera around, guys, so that you have a little look at the water while I just make my coffee. It's a beautiful morning out there. I mean, for me, I do love catching fish, guys. You know, that's what I'm here for.
But being outside, you know, when you've worked all week, being outside in nature, waking up to a beautiful scenery like this does it for me, guys. I really do like it. It's just my sort of thing. So yeah, let's show you what it looks like. It's beautiful outside. Look at that, guys. I mean, how beautiful is that? Let's not put the door in the way for you. Very, very nice. Alright guys, well I'm going to have a coffee, watch the water, pray that one of my rods goes off. That's your Sunday morning. Fingers crossed one of these rods go off and bless us with a beautiful Nene Valley carp. We've seen a few pictures of fish that have come out recently and they're all gorgeous. They're definitely ones that I'd want to catch for sure. Thanks for watching, guys. Do appreciate it.
Morning all. Well, it's about 8:30 Sunday morning. Nothing's happened so far, but like I said earlier, it literally is up till 12 o'clock the bite time here. So the very last thing we're going to be pulling out is our rods, and that probably will be literally at 11:45 when we're meant to be off. So, but what I just said to Matt, had a bit of an idea, because we've only got my barrow, Matt doesn't have a barrow. We kind of, you know, I've got a lot of gear with the camera gear, the underwater footage gear and all that. So I said what I'll probably do is start packing down early and just do several trips back to the van to get it loaded up before that 11:45 time, just leaving the rods here. Obviously both of us are here so we can keep an eye on each other's rods while we do it. So we're going to start packing down shortly, guys. Just get everything away really. Obviously the camera gear, everything like that will still be here. If we have a bite, then obviously that'll be on camera. So I'm going to call kind of a close to the session for now, unless either one of us have a bite. So we have been at Stanwick Lakes in Northampton this weekend, on Elsons Lake, which is a bookable lake. It's the only one. The other ones that you can sort of turn up, but this one is bookable. It's a 6.5 acre lake, if I haven't said already, and they've got some 40s in here. They've got a load of 30s in here also. Unfortunately, up to now, we haven't been able to get any, but there's not been much out. It's not an easy lake. It is really, really weedy, but with the help of the winch cam, we have found clear spots, and we are as happy as we could be with our rig, spot bait. So there's still a good chance we could get one. If we don't, thank you for watching. Sorry it hasn't been more exciting, and hopefully next time we'll probably get a few more fish here. We have said next time me and Matt meet up, we're going to go to a runs water rather than somewhere that is known for being hard. Just because we want to get a good few bends on the rod between us and, you know, have a good social. And we'll probably do it a bit earlier on in the year as well, because so we've got a bit more into night that we can sit out and talk and all that sort of thing, and hopefully avoid some of the bad weather. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. I post every single Friday at 6:30 on YouTube, and it'll either be a vlog like this or a review or something or another fishing related. If you've enjoyed this vlog, please give it the old thumbs up. I know it helps. And if you want to be notified of future posts, hit that bell icon. Only leaves me to say, stay safe, stay fishing. I'll see you in the next vlog.